Hello again. Luke Bugg, the Geek of Steel here, and I've got another interview for you. Catwoman Hunted, the latest DC animated movie, is getting released on Steelbook, DVD and Blu-ray on the 7th of February, and I got to sit down and have a wonderful chat with the film's writer, and that was Greg Weisman. We talked all about the movie, the characters, the action, and the voice artists that have worked on this incredible movie. The film is a lot of fun, and I can't wait to watch it again. So please, enjoy my interview with the film's writer, Greg Weisman. Greg, hello sir, thank you for finding some time to speak with me today. I watched the film yesterday, thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it with friends soon.
Good.
What was it like when you found out you were going to be writing this movie?
Well, I mean, I pitched it, so it was great when they said yes to the pitch. I had finished Young Justice season 3, and we didn't yet have a pickup for season 4. And among other things, I was unemployed, so it's always good to get a job. But I also just love the character of Selina Kyle, and I thought this is going to be a fun film, and I'm glad you liked it. I'm thrilled with how it turned out. Obviously, I'm biased, but I really love it. I love how it turned out.
No, I think from the moment I watched the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm ready to see what this version of Selina gets up to, and it did not disappoint. Selina mentions at one point, she says, I have an appreciation for the classics. And I think you took on that challenge of doing this so well. But how did you take on that challenge of writing this iconic character for a modern audience whilst also respecting her legacy?
Well, I think that's my job when I'm adapting any character, whether it's, one of the many heroes on Young Justice or the Spectacular Spider-Man or, C-3PO in Star Wars Rebels. The job is to get down what is the essence of this character, what is archetypal about this character, what is the stuff that you can't do without. For a character like Catwoman, who's got 75, 80 years of history behind her, over those years, a lot of, shall we say, barnacles build up. I mean, you wind up with hundreds of writers and artists and editors and actors and directors and people having used this character, and some of it is great and some of it might just be slightly off from what I feel is, again, it's all my interpretation, but what I feel is the essence of the character. And so my job is to sort of get down to that essence, bring that to the surface, and sort of, chip away at all that baggage or detritus or barnacles that may have accumulated over time. And then, as you mentioned, as Selina says, the goal is that when the audience watches this, they feel like, yes, this is the classic Catwoman, and at the same time, she feels incredibly contemporary. That they feel like this is an iconic version of the character that still feels fresh. And if I've done my job right, then that's what you get.
Oh, you did. And the pairing, obviously, with Elizabeth Gillies was just perfect. There was this wonderful balance of charming and conniving. And Elizabeth is, as we know, is a naturally funny performer. Did she ad-lib any of her lines, or was this all of your writing?
It's pretty much all my writing. I'm trying to, let me just say that I am a huge fan of Elizabeth. Now she's my forever Catwoman. And I was a huge fan of hers prior to this. I loved her in Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. I just loved that show and loved her in it, and thought she'd be great for the role. But unfortunately, because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to attend any of those sessions. Normally I'd be there, but we had this COVID thing. I don't know if you heard about it, but, and so I wasn't able to attend any of the sessions. And I think pretty much all the dialogue is mine. I think, but I'm hesitant to say that because I wrote the script so long ago in terms of real life terms, and I wasn't at any session, so she may have ad-libbed a little bit here and there. I'm not sure. Honestly, you have to ask her that, but it's fundamentally what I wrote in any case. But I can't tell you how happy I am with how she brought the character to life. She definitely just got it. I mean, she just got it, and she became Selina. I can't praise that performance enough.
And yeah, from that moment we first see her at that masquerade ball, sort of just from her turning up in that wonderfully, perfectly coloured car and that original costume, you just know, hang on, this might look like the Catwoman that we have known in the past, but when she started talking, it was like, okay, hold on to your hats. We are about to see something special here. And we did throughout the whole piece. But I also loved her moments with Batwoman. Now, as Stephanie Beatriz was just perfect. I love her in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but she's also a fantastic voice artist. And your writing between those two characters was just perfect. So thank you for that. What was it like when you finally got to see their scenes together?
Well, again, I was thrilled. Like you, I'm a huge Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. I had seen Catwoman Hunted before I saw Encanto. So I already knew Stephanie was an amazing voice actor. But then I saw Encanto, and I'm like, oh, my God. I didn't even scratch the surface of what she can do. But what's great about this is that stylistically, you couldn't find two characters more opposed than Batwoman and Catwoman. Kate is all military precision. They both have a sense of humor, but Selina's is all, bedroom, comedy, light, airy, and Kate is all this very dry, wry, sardonic edge, and Selina's all nothing phases me. No matter how dire things get, I can still crack a little joke here. And Kate is all about let's just get to business, And so having that contrasting style is a lot of fun, both when they're in opposition to each other and when they're forced to partner with each other. But on top of that, what I loved is that fundamentally, when you get down below the masks, these two characters aren't very different at all. And, if you said that to either one of them, if you said, Kate, you're not that different from Selina, she'd be like, oh, yes, I am. And if you said that to Selina, she'd be like, are you crazy? But the fact is that if, again, by the end of the movie, I think the audience will see that their fundamental goals are very similar.
Now, I know you've got a busy day ahead of you. I've just got one last question for you. There are many fantastic voice artists in Catwoman, but you also got to get back on together was Keith David and Jonathan Frakes, and it was almost like a mini Gargoyle reunion. I thought those characters being back together was just a joy to hear. So thank you for that. I just wanted to say thank you for this movie. Thank you for everything you've done. And what do you hope that people get out of this movie after they've finally watched it?
My main hope really is just, wow, that was entertaining. But that then after that, there's a step back and they go, yeah, that was fun, but there was something that mattered there too. It wasn't just a piece of fluff. There's a lot that's very fluffy, like a cat. There's a lot that's very fluffy about this movie, but underneath, it's still a cat, and a cat is dangerous. A cat can bite. A cat can scratch you. And without taking my cat metaphors too far, I think the point is that I hope that as fluffy as this film is, and it's very fluffy, there's also some bite to it in the end. And that's the goal, is that what a great adventure. Wow, I had a great time watching this, but there's something underneath it that matters in the movie, and that was what I was trying to do.
And I think people will get exactly that. It's a wonderfully deep movie and finally so much fun. And thank you for your time and for writing it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a good day.
You too.